guys, it's Jessie. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video and another bookmas video. Today we have a super fun one and I'm going to be sharing my 24 in 2024 TBR. So this is basically 24 books that I have to read in 2024 and I'm going to try and react to this kind of towards the end of the year, and hopefully it will be really fun, a really great time, and I'll be like, wow, I'm so proud of myself for getting all of this done. Although I do think that may not be the case, but it's okay. We're going with a positive mindset and we'll see what we can do. So I've separated this out into 5 different categories. We've got 2024 releases, series to either start, continue / finish, TBR veterans, intimidating books, and also just anticipated books in general. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to just go through all of them, and I really hope that this is the year where I read all of these. So for our first category, I'm going to chat to you about the 2024 releases that I'm putting on here. So this isn't every 2024 release that I'm excited about, but kind of the ones that I definitely think I'll be reading as soon as they come out, the ones that kind of spark my interest the most, I guess. So firstly we have Funny Story by Emily Henry. I adore Emily Henry. Happy Place was like my 3rd favourite book of the year, I think, maybe 4th. I absolutely adored it and I adore her writing. This is, I believe, where two people's exes get together, so they then kind of try and fake date, I think, or at least hang out or something along those lines. And I love Emily Henry's writing style. She does kind of more deeper romances that I just really enjoy, so I absolutely cannot wait to pick this one up. I have already pre-ordered a special edition of it, so of course I'm going to read this as soon as it comes out. Then we have Magnolia Park's Into the Dark by Jessica Hastings. I love the Magnolia Park series, also another one that was on my favourites list. You can see it on my favourite shelf here. This is the next book in the Magnolia Parks series. This is gonna kind of conclude the Magnolia Parks section, and then there'll be other books following different characters. So I'm super duper excited for this. I binge read the series like all in like the space of about 3 weeks or so in April, and I had the best time with it. I enjoyed them so much, and I cannot wait to dive back into the world, dive back into the series. We had a lot of kind of cliffhangers and crazy stuff that finished off the last 2 books, so I'm definitely excited to pick back up and see where everything goes, and I just cannot wait for it, and I definitely think I'm gonna get around to this. Then we have The Last Murder at the End of the World by Stuart Turton. This one's super exciting. It's basically a murder mystery set on an island where it's kind of surrounded by like a poisonous gas, but they've got like walls that protect them, and then I believe someone on the island kills one of the scientists and like lets the walls down, so the poisonous gas is going to come in at some point in the next day or 2 and might kill them. But then also I believe that everyone on the island has like forgotten or something, has no memory of the night of the murder, like something happened like sci-fi, and then that means that like the murderer doesn't know it was them, if that makes sense. So I know it sounds really complicated. It's probably not quite like I've described because I'm just going off the top of my head, but that sounds super interesting to me and I'm really excited for it. There's also an absolutely gorgeous special edition from Waterstones that I pre-ordered, so I'm super excited to get around to this. I haven't read any of Stuart Turton's other books, but I do have 2 on my TBR, so hopefully get around to one of them before this comes out, but I'm really excited for it. Then we have the reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. This is from the author of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I haven't read 5 Survive yet, which you can kind of see here. That is her 2023 release, but I adored the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I loved it so much, and this one definitely feels kind of more aligned with that kind of style of writing than the kind of more thrillery that I think 5 Survive was. This is about a girl whose mum goes missing and then reappears, I think, and yeah, I've also pre-ordered this one. I'm so excited for it. I think this comes out in April. I cannot wait. Then we have 2 romance books by authors that I've really enjoyed this year. I'm going to talk about them together because I think I read them in the same video and just I really enjoy these books, so I will talk about them as one. But we've got Just the Summer by Abby Jimenez and Totally and Completely Fine by Lisa Sussman. I absolutely adore both of these romance authors. Abby Jimenez definitely kind of leans more Emily Henry-esque, and Lisa Sussman's kind of more like fan fiction fangirly, but I still really enjoy both of them, and these are both 2 romance authors that I just like can't put down the books from and I absolutely adore. So yeah, I'm super excited for both of those. Those 6 I think I'm definitely going to be reading like as soon as they come out, so there's kind of no worry about me not completing that part of the TBR. Then kind of as we get further into the list, it's where it gets a little bit more risky. So next up we have series. This is kind of a mix of series I want to start and also series I want to finish. One of my big goals is kind of cull the number of series that I'm in the middle of. I'd really like to start a lot more but also finish a lot more, and yeah, this is kind of like a mix of that. So firstly we have Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas. I have read Akatar by her and I'm kind of just about to start reading A Court of Mist and Fury. The reason I put Throne of Glass on here because it's kind of like a 2-fold one. I want to read the entire Akatar series before I start start Throne of Glass. So by putting Throne of Glass on here, it's kind of like I want to read all of ACOTAR and then also start this series. So it's kind of like two birds with one stone by putting it on the list. So yeah, I really want to make my way through ACOTAR. I definitely think I can do that by kind of maybe end of January, end of February-ish time. So that puts me in a good place to potentially get through the Throne of Glass series next year. I'm not sure, we'll see. I'm not going to be quite that ambitious, but I would like to at least get a few books in. I'm really excited to kind of delve into the whole kind of Sarah J Maas multiverse. And yeah, that's why I put Throne of Glass on here. Then we have Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This is one that I actually have with me. Obviously a lot of these books I don't actually own yet, but I do have Shadow and Bone here, which is super exciting. I got this recently as a gift from my boyfriend. I got the second and third books in the series second hand, and then I kept looking for Shadow and Bone, but I could never find it. So he took me to Waterstones and I did pick this one out because I thought I'm just never going to get around to the series if I don't pick up physical first-hand version. Like there's no point trying to search for it. I just have not found it. I know now, like next time I go charity shopping, I will see one, but I'm just super excited to now have the whole series together. I really want to read Six of Crows, which is why I'm reading the Shadow and Bone series first. So this has literally been on my TBR like mentally for like years. So I'm so excited to finally have it to hopefully start this series and potentially get into Six of Crows as well, and the rest of Leigh Bardugo's work next year. So that is definitely a very strong hopeful. Then we have The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I do want to finish the Inheritance Games series before I start this one, so that's why this one's also kind of two birds one stone. I've only got 2 books left in that and one of them is wrapped up, so I do think I'll be able to get through that one. But the Naturals series definitely kind of intrigues me more than the Inheritance Games. I love Criminal Minds and I've heard it's kind of adjacent to that, so I think I'm going to have a really fun time with it, so I definitely want to pick that one up this year. Then we have One of Us Is Back by Karen M. McManus. I have plans to read this in January, so hopefully I can. This is the final book in the One of Us Is Lying trilogy and I have read the first 2, so I'm excited to bash this one out. This is definitely kind of, I think maybe the oldest series on my TBR, like of currently reading series, so I'm super excited to actually have it off there and tick it off and be done with it, because I do enjoy them, they're fine books. So yeah, that's definitely one that I'm hoping to get to. And then finally we have Believe Me by Tahira Mafi. This is the final book in the Shatter Me series. I just have 2 more books to read before I finish off this series, which I'm so excited for. I cannot wait. I really want to finish the series off. I've been reading it for over a year now and I'm just waiting to get the final 2 books hopefully for Christmas if I'm lucky, so we'll see. But yeah, I am super excited to get around to it and finally finish off this series because I feel like I've been reading it forever. So then our third section is TBR Veterans. These are books that have just been on my TBR forever since around when I started my channel, I'm pretty sure. Like some of these I've even had like from when I was a younger teenager. I say younger, I'm literally 21. When I was a young teenager and I was into reading kind of YA books and stuff at the time, and I still have some of those that I want to either reread or read for the first time that I never got around to then. So on my TBR Veterans section, firstly we have Not Here to Be Liked by Michelle Quach. I bought this at the same time I bought Good Girl's Guide to Murder, I think, so a long time ago, 2021 time. This is a YA romance and I think it's like rivals to lovers, which I'm super excited about. Like it's got really big font. I think this would be such an easy and quick read. I just need to get around to it. Like I can't really fit it into videos, I just need to kind of find a way to pick it up, maybe in some kind of readathon or something, so I definitely think this would be an easy one to get to and I am still excited about it. It sounds like a fun little YA contemporary romance, so yeah, this is definitely one I want to get around to hopefully. Then we also have More Than This by Patrick Ness. This was one of my absolute favourite books. You can literally see it's got my name and my year 7 form on it, like that's when I first read it. It's a very old book and I absolutely loved it, so I'm really excited to read it again. I only have like a weird memory of them being on bikes. He wakes up alone somewhere like naked, and he thinks it's like the afterlife, but I think he meets someone else at some point. I literally have no idea. This is so floppy and this is probably, yeah, the oldest book I have. I mean, I started year 7, it's been nearly 10 years. It was 2014 when I started year 7, so yeah, nearly 10 years I've owned this book. Let me see when it came out actually, because I read this for like a book club that I was in at the time. This one came out in 2013, so pretty much since around the time it came out. A very old book, but I am super excited to read it because I loved it at the time and I know Patrick Ness is a very good author, so I think I'm gonna have a really fun time with it. Like looking at this now, I'm like, oh, I just really want to read it again. It's got like kind of deckled edges. I can't tell, I don't think that's intentional. I think that might just be like a print issue, but this is another one on the list list that I really do want to get to. Then we have Book of Lies by Terry. I'm not 100% sure if I read this. Oh, I did. I got part of the way through. Interesting. I have a Thorpe Park ticket in here from 2016 as a bookmark, which I've just found. That's interesting. I got to page 110 in here, clearly in 2016, which was, what, 7 years ago that I was reading this. So yeah, I never actually finished this. This is about twins and like it's called Book of Lies. I really liked the Slated series by her when I was younger, and I do also want to read that one again, but I thought I'd put this one on here because it's a standalone and I'm much less intrigued to pick it up, so I thought it'd be fun to have it on the list to kind of maybe push me to. But that's crazy. I cannot believe I found that little receipt in there. So yeah, I didn't finish this one when I was younger, but I'm interested to see what I think now that I'm older. And then finally, one that is actually wrapped up is going to be Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. This one I got, I think I went charity shopping around like just about when I started my channel, maybe a little bit later, and I saw it because I knew it was popular and I got it. But this is wrapped up in my kind of wrapped up series for next year, so hopefully we do unwrap it at some point. I'm still intrigued about it. I know it's so popular, I know it's a bit controversial as well, but I do still want to give it a go and see what I think. So my next section is going to be intimidating books. So this is books I've been avoiding a little bit. I've only got 4 on here because I don't want to overdo it, but firstly we have 2 classics. We have Pride and Prejudice, which I have in like a Jane Austen binder, which is just up there. You can't really see it here, but it's huge, so I'm not going to bring it down here, and it's looking very pretty on my shelves. I don't know if you can see, it is this one here. So yeah, I'm not going to be bringing that down, but it is Pride and Prejudice. And then also I would like to read Dracula by Bram Stoker. I got this for Christmas last year. It's such a gorgeous edition and I do really just want to give it a go. I feel like what I need to do is kind of spread it out a little bit more. I don't think I'll be reading this for a video because all of the books I read for videos I kind of binge read. I don't think you can really do that with a classic. I'd love to read it maybe like over the course of a month and just give it a go. I really do want to get around to it. I want to be able to display my classics because I don't really display books properly until I've read them. So I'd really like to like say that I've read it, and I really want to collect these Penguin cloth bound classics. They are stunning. I've asked for another one for Christmas this year, so fingers crossed. But yeah, look at it, it's gorgeous. I have to read it. Like, even if I hate it, I just want to display it. It's stunning. Then we have 2 non-fictions, again, I have been avoiding. We have The Future of Geography by Tim Marshall. This one I don't think is going to be a tough read. I do study geography, which is why I want to put it on this list, because I do want to read a bit more kind of geographically to help me with my degree and stuff. And then we have Empire of Pain by Patrick Radden Keefe. This is a huge book. It's about the opioid crisis in America and kind of the family that like profited off it. So I think it's gonna be so interesting. It's just dense, and I really need to like, again, kind of split up, I think, rather than trying to read it in one go. The trouble is, like, I like to vlog everything I read. I like to kind of binge books and just kind of do like 3 books a week. So it's kind of changing my habits a bit to kind of read a bit more non-fiction, more classics, to kind of spread it out a little bit, which I am going to try to do. So finally then we have just the category of anticipated books. This isn't necessarily 2024 releases. It's not even like new books necessarily. It's just books that I am excited about and I do want to read and hopefully fit into vlogs at some point. So firstly, for this category we have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I'm so excited for this. I saw the cover of the second one in Waterstones the other day. It is stunning, but now I've committed to paperbacks. I'm gonna have to wait, but yeah, this is an absolutely gorgeous cover, and I think the story is going to be equally as gorgeous. It's going to be such a cozy little fantasy about just a little romance between Emily and her little rival as they kind of try and create an encyclopedia of fairies. It's gonna be so cute. I'm so excited for it. I really think I'm gonna love it, so I can't wait to kind of curl up with this one. Then we have Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This one I kind of forget about because it does sit sideways on my shelf because it is kind of a little bit oversized. I really want to get into this. I love mysteries and I love dark academia, so I think this is going to be absolutely perfect for me. This is a dark academia YA mystery set at a school. It's pretty long. Actually, it's not. It's only 400 pages, but it feels super thick. I'm really excited for this. I think I'm going to really enjoy it. It kind of gives me like Harry Potter vibes. I don't know why, but that is going to be on the list. Then we have a little bit of a controversial one. I've definitely heard mixed things about this. That is going to be Never by Jessica Hastings, the second book by her on here. I got this hardback, so I do like to read hardback reasonably quickly to kind of like mentally justify spending the money on it. Yeah, I've heard mixed things. This has got quite low ratings on Goodreads, so I'm less excited to pick it up than I was maybe initially, but I do want to get to it definitely next year and really see what I think of it, to be honest, because it's like, it's so stunning. Like, it's genuinely gorgeous, and I'm like, please don't make a gorgeous book terrible, but we will see. I do want to definitely give it a go, and I'm definitely intrigued now, especially because it has got such mixed reviews, because I love Magnolia Parks and so many people do. So we'll see. I'm not sure how I feel about that. And then the final two, we have one book that is kind of in the middle of a massive stack on my shelf, and I don't want to get it all out, so sorry about that. But it's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I've heard absolutely incredible things about this. It is a thick one. It's a long book. I've got a signed edition as well. I think this is going to be a potential favourite, to be honest. It's basically about Addie LaRue, who makes a deal with the devil where she can live forever but she won't be remembered, and then someone remembers her, and then that's kind of where it goes from there. I'm so excited for it. I read Vicious by V.E. Schwab and loved it. I really want to kind of delve into more of her books, and yeah, this is potentially the next one for me. Maybe like Fragile Threads of Power type of thing, I'm not sure, but I really want to read more of her books because I enjoyed Vicious so much. And then finally we have Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. This is a 5-star prediction for me. I just need to fit it into a video. It's Ali Hazelwood's YA debut, and I absolutely love her adult books, only the full-length ones though, not the novellas. I'm so excited for this. I think I could really enjoy it. It's rivals to lovers, chess themed YA romance. I actually think I'm gonna have the best time with it, so yeah, need to definitely make sure I read this maybe in January, to be honest. But yeah, that is my 2024 books I absolutely have to, although I don't really think there'll be any consequence if I don't read in 2024. Let me know what you guys are kind of putting on your versions of this if you are doing it, and let me know how well you think I'm going to do. If you loved or hated any of these, please let me know. Honestly, I think maybe I can get like 18. That's kind of my prediction. I think I can get 18 off this list. So yeah, we will see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like down below, hit subscribe and turn the bell to join a little club, and make sure you turn on all notifications, then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. And if you want to watch one of my other videos, there'll be 2 on screen now to pick from, as well as a low linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!